Steve, the painful end. Kendall Graveman, where he walked the bases loaded in the ninth inning. It's a question of, would Liam Hendriks been available? Who knows? He deals with altitude sickness, which just happens to be the title of this show. And Steve, it's just so White Sox when you talk about, finding new ways to lose, inventing new ways to lose, so to say. And this isn't I understand there certain conditions can affect other, certain people in their own ways. All human bodies are different. Okay. So I'm not saying this is Liam Hendriks' fault here, but of course it's that so White Sox, in which they finally go above 500. They have a chance to go gain a game on the Twins here. And then guess what? You can't go to your closer because he deals with this altitude sickness, because he threw last night. Well, Kendall Graveman threw last night too, but he obviously didn't have it today to try and lock this thing down.
Unbelievably frustrating. I don't know what else you really can say about it, from Hendriks not being available due to the altitude sickness.
I said that's all speculative too. I don't know if that was for sure, but he did comment on that was something that had affected him in the past.
Right. So you go from that, and then just Graveman not being able to throw strikes. You and Sean talked about this a couple of weeks back about him just walking a tightrope, seemingly falling behind hitters on a consistent basis, 2-0, 2-1, 3-1, and then finding a way to work back into counts and get guys out ultimately. But today that just wasn't the case, and he was not particularly close with a lot of those pitches. There were some borderline ones that he did not get, unfortunately, but he was missing wide quite a bit. And when that happens, you're not going to get the benefit of the doubt on those close calls. This Sox team just simply walks too many guys. We were talking about this in the group text. They're fourth from the bottom in terms of overall walk percentage as a team. And that's just not going to get it done. And that goes for the starting pitchers, the bullpen. It's just up and down the roster, unfortunately. They give too many free passes to teams, and ultimately it comes back to bite them in the ass far too often.
There's a reason why it's called the dreaded, right? That was obviously an old Hawkism that we all know, and we heard so many times throughout watching White Sox baseball through the years. But it's just rings so true. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why that keeps saying. And then guess what? You pile those on top of each other, and like you'd said, Steve, you were kind of already anticipating it. You're like, can't wait to see exactly how this one unfolds for the loss. And sure enough, it ended up being a single. I believe it was Diaz that hit that, and then 2-run score. Throw home could have possibly been a play there, but at the same time, I didn't have any faith, even if they were to get that out at home, that the White Sox were able to put the clamps on there and then also rally in an extra inning scenario. I don't know about you.
Yeah, it's remarkably deflating when you see other teams load the bases and you can almost anticipate that they are going to score multiple runs against the Sox. And then on the flip side of it, the Sox get a bases loaded, nobody out situation. You think to yourself instinctively, how are they going to fuck this up and not score at all?